magic of the Cybernet Space Cube, the computer-enhanced podcast of the future. Transformers Slag Podcast. What's up, everybody? How we all doing this Saturday night? It's a very cold Saturday night. It's the Transformers Slag Podcast Saturday Night live stream main event. I am your host, Protoman. I am the face that runs this place. I am the voice you hear Monday to Friday, and it is Saturday night. We're going to hang out and talk Transformers, and we have a lot to cover today. It was quite a busy week with a lot of cool stuff and some updates, some brand new images, some new information. So we're just going to relax, enjoy Transformers. Got some cool stuff I picked up today. There was a interesting sale. So yeah, we'll check out the cool stuff Proto Man got also and everything like that. But first, who do we got here? We got James Hopkins, we got Patrick Brown, we got Michael Koo, we got Cringe McCringle. And yes, it is very cold in Montreal, Cringe McCringle. It is, mind you, it's in Celsius because that's how us Canadians roll. It is minus 25 right now, I believe. It is absolutely madness how cold it is right now. Let me check. Let me check right now what we're at. You'll get to see this live right now, how crazy it is. Oh my God, that is absolutely insane. So right now it feels like minus 20. Oh wait. Of course, they want me to give my information, which I'm not going to do. Any kind of app. But anyways, yeah, it is absolutely nuts right now. Anyways, where are we at? Cringe McCrew. J.R. Mina, who's definitely probably not cold right now in the Philippines, is here. James Hopkins is here. Prince Phalanx 59. Oh, it's 8 Fahrenheit for him, so that's probably cold. I'm not familiar with the Fahrenheit. The only thing that we use Fahrenheit with here in Canada is cooking, oddly enough. Timmy K. Poindexter, what's up? Princeton Phalanx, we covered. Oh, Billy B is here, one of my patrons. What's up, Billy? Billy is here too. T-Formers 2002, Orlando Chavez. We are getting everywhere. Ashnut is here. Excellent. Already people. Bigham just rolled in. Alice Devil. Welcome, everyone. This is how you're going to spend your next 2 hours with this face. And man, it was cold, but got some cool stuff. But let's talk about the news first. We got some stuff I'm pretty sure people are going to want to talk about. And again, hit that super chat if you want to put your 2 cents into the craziness. And the first thing we're going to cover, which is probably the biggest news of today, is that of Gears. Ooh, look at that. We have been waiting for this guy for a while. A while. Actually, hold on a moment. Should have planned this in advance. One moment. You know, like this guy here. This little dude here, this little guy, for the longest time was going for insane money. I remember, I forget which TFCon it was. I think it was like TFCon, maybe 2016, maybe TFCon 2017. A guy had a whole bunch of these carded because he had like a case of them. I think the case assortment that came with this one was the Cliff Jumper also. Like there's a Cliff Jumper, there's a repaint of the Bumblebee. And the Nemesis Prime, I think that was the case assortment. But he had a whole case of these, and he was asking $70 Canadian each, which at that time, let's just say for simple math, it was like, let's say like 55 American. And I was like, man, that's crazy. $70 Canadian each. He's not going to sell those. I came back, they were all gone, every single one of them. And it didn't dawn on me that, yeah, there's like Gears has so many few figures. And all of that was pretty much funneled into this one figure here for the longest time, nearly a decade. And now we got this bad boy. And it's better in every way, in my opinion. Absolutely crazy how well it turned out. And man, I am very excited about this. I really like the idea that Hasbro is kind of, upsizing a lot of their characters, Dinobot characters going from deluxes to Voyagers to now their leaders, and Minibot characters that were historically either legend scale or like a core class are now deluxes. Same thing with like even the Insecticons. So it's like it's fantastic. It's really good. And like T-Formers 2002 says, now we just need that Polar Claw that was in that art and those 2 missing fossilizers. Where's that Sabretooth and and crocodile fossilizer, and then we're good. Then we're good. Then we covered everything from that Kingdom promo poster in a lot of ways. But I mean, this is so amazing. It's so amazing that they like the little extra details, the opening chest. That's something they didn't have to do. That's a surface that they could have just left as it is, but they put an extra, a little bit of extra budget into it and balanced it and everything worked out. And that's stuff that I appreciate because, in a world where Hasbro could be maximizing profits in a lot of ways, they could look at this figure and go, "Oh, hey, like here's what we did. We don't have to open the chest, and we'd save on the design of this figure." But no, they put the extra pieces into it, the hinges. That hinge is either going to be a mushroom peg or it's going to be a metal rod, and that's extra plastic on them. So I got to give them credit when credit is due. I will criticize Hasbro when they flub up, but when they do something good that makes sense, I'm going to give them their praise, and I am loving what I see. It looks great. Now we just need those last few left. Like, me personally, like let's get into you know, like especially Power Glide. Like that's a weird character that's all over the place. This is a character that's like a Voyager class, then he's like a leader class, then he's like a core class, then he's like a legend scale. Let's do a deluxe, Power Glide, get that one done. Then we'll get a certain GoBot, which we'll get into in a moment. But I love it. I think it looks great. Fantastic stuff. I know that people are super stoked about it. And again, it right away gets rid of the crazy. So if you've been sitting on these in their crazy secondary market, and again, go check out the individual segment about Gears. I showed screenshots from literally a couple of weeks ago off of eBay, and what this guy loose was going for $60 to $70 loose, loose madness, crazy. So I'm hyped. I think that's great. That's fantastic. And it gives people an opportunity to get a proper version of this character for their shelf without having to break the bank. You know, great, great, great. Love it. Keep it up, guys. I want to see more of it. And I can't wait for the repaint that is to come, which we'll definitely see. Speaking of repaints, we had our Transformer Tuesday. And of course, that's when the pre order for Tidal Wave dropped. And the tidal wave dropped 199.99. No surprise on the MSRP with that. And pre-order start now. If you still want to pre-order it, because I know it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse, Amazon.com still has it up for pre-order. And what's good is because it's so expensive, you qualify for free shipping. So that kind of works out in the end too for a lot of people. I don't know how it works for international. I've never really ordered that much from Amazon.com. I have my own .ca as a Canadian I order from, but I think you could probably work something out too for a good shipping price. But either way, so the opportunity is there for Tidal Wave. It's planned to ship out, I believe, July 15th, 2024. So it's going to come out slightly before TFCon Toronto. So you could kind of get your Tidal Wave, come to TFCon Toronto, get Aaron Archer to sign it, and everything will be good. But the big thing with that Tidal Wave, talking about repaints, was of course this bad boy. This is the new upsized image that we got. So we get a much nicer look at that Galvatron repaint from the Legacy Evolution Leader Class Armada Megatron. And I mean, we knew this was coming. We knew, it's just we didn't know how it was going to be rolled out. Like, is it going to be a Gen Selects exclusive? Is it going to be a retailer exclusive? Is it going to be a convention exclusive? Is it going to be just a normal, just basic product? Well, judging by the fact that it's being cross-sold on this packaging, it's going to be a Legacy United Leader Class product. And again, we had it reconfirmed when we saw the listings for Legacy United. I want to say when we talked about it last year in December. So looking good. I mean, maybe it's just me, but I don't really see any sculpting differences between the two. Some people have been telling me there's a new face sculpt on it. I don't see it. I mean, maybe again, it could be lighting. It could be the fact that it's still a pretty low res image and when everything's said and done and we're kind of just picking at it. So I don't really see a difference between two. It could be just a straight up repaint, could include a mini con, could include a different accessory. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's still great that we're getting it. I love that it's show accurate colors. So that's really good too. So, if you're an Armada fan, I mean, it's looking pretty awesome right now. If you're an Armada, like everything is slowly being dripped out and we're getting like the repaints, we're getting updates to classic characters. And if Hotshot is any indication, it shows that if they do modern Armada characters, they'll give them as much as they can, as close to their animation model, and much less so something that's an interpretation, if you will. I mean, no offense to like that Aaron Archer era, but there was a lot more interpretations of characters than slavish reproductions of their animation models when they were doing Armada characters. Even a little bit the John Warden era too, when they were tackling some of them, there were more interpretations than that. So, what's up, Larry? But it is what it is. It is what it is. So we'll see what happens. Oh, and Goober's here too. Everyone's popping in. Awesome stuff. Tom Laney, what's up? But yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But again, I don't really see a difference, but at the same time, I'm still excited about it because I thought that was a really cool color scheme. I own the originals, and the originals were amazing, and it just continues that awesomeness in a lot of ways. Patrick Brown with the YouTube member question: how do you think the mini cons are going to come? Well, I talked about this. I think, man, I want to say geez, like 6 months ago, I had a theory, and it's just a theory, right? Like, when you think about what we have thus far of some of the characters, and at the time when I had this theory, we knew about Hotshot, Starscream, Armada Starscream, and the Optimus, right? And I was like, if you look at all the mini cons across those three characters, you have mini cons that are red, and some of their alternate colors are yellow. Like in the case, something like, let's say, Sparkplug, that's a yellow character. Jolt, his repaint is yellow, but then, Swindle, Starscream's minicon is red, so is Jolt, his normal colors is red. So I was thinking it's something, they might do 2 packs of specific characters and you could gang mold them into specific colors because of the shared colors across them, and you save money that way. But that's like the 3D baseball way of thinking, deep inside baseball, like 3D chess. Oh, maybe it's like this, maybe it's like that, you know. But there's so many ways that I could see that they could do that, you know? I mean, I think, just like they did with the MicroMasters and in Siege and Earthrise, 2 packs, that price point already exists. That price point became the core class, but it still exists. It's still a price point that exists. They could totally call it a core 2 pack and just have 2 mini cons in there, and it still would be the same thing that we already have. They wouldn't even have to redo packaging. It's something that, again, already existed, so they could just kind of return to that. I was told that the MicroMaster price point didn't sell well, which is a shame because I loved it, but that's my own nostalgia for MicroMasters. But I mean, maybe mini cons will do better because they kind of have a different sell-in. There's something that is associated with a larger figure. There's a different demographic of people that grew up with mini cons as opposed to MicroMasters. Mini cons have way more character than the MicroMasters did in fiction, which is ironic considering those characters didn't really talk outside of the comic books. But we'll see. We will see. I could see them doing the mini cons though. I find it very hard to believe that you do all these Armada characters and you don't do mini cons. And already we have Jolt, we have we have from the Shattered Glass side swipe, we got the win the I think was it Windshear, so we will see. We will see. We will see. Or was it Whisper? Was it Windshear or Whisper? Forget what the Shattered Glass one was called. But yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Love it otherwise. Mr. Bumblebot with a super chat for $2. Should Cykill be retooled from Crash Bar or Wreck-Gar? Me personally, like if you have to do a straight up repaint or retool, I think Crash Bar would be the better of the two. And then of course you could do some great photography where, because it's Crash Bar, it's a Junkion that comes apart, and then there's going to be all this photography of Megatrons ripping apart Cykill. So I think it would work out better that way. Where the Wreck-Gar one, it's a Voyager class. I don't think they're going to want to do a GoBot character at a higher price point like that. And again, Crash Bar just works better, I think. The thing is that Cykill is such a fantastical motorcycle design to begin with. It's not based off of any specific real life motorcycle, so it could kind of be anything. It just, as long as it had that head sculpt, you got that iconic rounded head sculpt and the wheels on the shoulders, and because again those Junkions are so modulator malleable, you could kind of pull off that stuff in a lot of ways. At least that's my take. Thank you for the super chat. Princeton Phalanx 59 with the $5 super chat. What is your thoughts on Kapow Toys not pre-selling Tidal Wave in their statement on Hasbro? Look, I read that and I do agree with them. I mean, look, we've said it here on the podcast, and it's going to be a discussion later today from some of the stuff I bought, in all honesty, is that, look, large items have difficulty in the market. This goes all the way back to like Unicron. Like all the way back to Armada Unicron in 2004. You know, big items, they come out. People buy them when they're brand new. It's a Christmas item, it's a FOMO item. And then afterwards, when time passes, those stores go, wow, these are big items, and they go on sale. And this has historically been happening forever. Look, when Titan classes were first invented, when they were first invented, Titan class, people look at Metroplex now and go, oh my God, look at his secondary market value. It's crazy. But Metroplex, when he first came out, was selling at full price. He was a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive variant. He had a Japanese version. He had a retail version. And then he hit Costco and he was $100. And then he hit Costco again and he was $70. Actually, probably somewhere on my Twitter, you could probably find me in a Costco in Canada showing the palette of when that Metroplex came out. He was on sale. Then after the Metroplex, then they did the Fort Max. No, not Fort Max. That was the Devastator. Devastator went on sale. The Fort Max went on sale. The Triptychon was crazy. That was at Ollie's for like $15. So guys, we've been doing this for like 10 plus years and it's always been on sale. It always gets closed out. And it's not Hasbro's fault. It's Hasbro makes the product and then they go, hey, retailers, are you going to buy this? And retailers buy a bunch of them. And then they end up afterwards in closeout stores in the secondary market. And it's been happening forever. So I'm not slighting Kapow Toys at all. They're correct in their statement that it is going to go on sale, but that's the reality. Historically, they've all look at the Studio Series 86 Star Screams that are everywhere. Big expensive product in general. Stores, when they get too many of it, they just go, hey, Ollie's, you want to buy it? Pennies on the dollar from us. That happens. That happens all the time. How come so many store exclusives end up in like a Marshalls or a Winners or a Five Below? I could go on and on. So that's not so much a Hasbro problem, is it so much just that's just how it's always been. It's always been like that. And the reality of them, if they're not going to order it, hey, that's fine for them. But what I would suggest them doing, in all honesty, and this is the smart thing to do, get a couple. Look, if you look, Kapow Toys, you're a business. What's your job? Your job's to make money. So I'm not going to knock you on it. But here's what you could do for business wise: get a couple cases for yourself and sit on them. Don't sell them. Then just sit on them because you're in it to make money, right? Look. The only reason why you're not buying them is because you don't want to resell them, and then they lose their value, and you're not able to buy a couple cases and sit on them because I guarantee you go back a couple years. And what are some of those others? Look, Triptychon. Triptychon went on sale at Ollie's for as low as $15. And what's Triptychon today? He ain't $15. He ain't $20. He ain't $30. He ain't $40. He ain't $50. He ain't $60. He ain't $70. He ain't $80. He ain't $90. He ain't $100. I think he's like $150 now to $200. So something that went up, then crashed, and then you go to the others. I'm just gonna look. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're going to get to a point where the Arc that went on sale a bunch of times is going to find a new high. You put 5 years or 10 years between a release and there's no more market. There's especially and I've talked about this last week, a sealed market. You keep it sealed, in mint in box, I'm telling you, you're going to get your investment back. You will. Loose complete, maybe not so much, but definitely. Definitely. You know? Definitely. And there's all kinds of different rumors. Oh, Hasbro's going to reduce their production run of their Titan classes. Yeah, okay. But let's put it this way. Maybe they might do that, but how many Walmarts are in the United States? 3,000. How many Walmarts are in Canada? Add another 500. How many Targets are in the United States? Another 1,500. How many like Toys R Us's are in Canada? Let's add another like 60, I think. And those are just those massive retailers. If they each get a case, minimum just one case, and they're not getting one case, but let's play devil's advocate. They get only one case, and one case has two each. You're talking 10,000 units that easily go across North America alone. Not Japan, not the United Kingdom, not the UK, not Europe or anywhere, not Australia, just the United States. 10,000. United States and Canada, 10,000 units minimum, which is more than any studios, not studios, more than any masterpiece, more than any HasLab item. So, guys, like there's you have to be smart about it. I agree. Wait for sales. If it's not in your financial situation, wait for sales. I agree with it. I wait for sales. I don't go and buy things brand new. You're going to see some stuff today that I bought on sale. Here's a shameless plug. If you're part of the Transformers Slag podcast Patreon, you're part of the Discord. And if you're part of the Discord, we have a whole section dedicated to pointing out sales that happen all throughout the week so you save money on your hobby. It's how it works. It's how it works. See, Princeton, I'm going to challenge that. Retailers here do not carry Titan figures. You don't know that. They might get one case of two, and you just weren't there. Unless you are working at that Walmart or that Toys R Us or that Target 5 days a week or 7 days a week, you don't know what comes in and out every day. A new case of something could be cracked open and put on the shelf and disappear the exact same day. And the only reason why I'm so confident of that, because I used to be next to, I posted this great photo where it was the Burger King that I used to work at. And I showed them, here's the window of the Burger King that I used to work at. I used to work drive-through. And if you looked outside the window of that drive-through was Toys R Us and Walmart right next to each other. I looked at a Toys R Us and Walmart every day that I worked at Burger King. And I used to go to that Toys R Us every day and that Walmart every day toy hunting. And I saw that sometimes a case of something would show up. I'd get it, and then I'd come back and I'd never see it again. A lot of that red packaging Energon stuff showed up once and I never saw it again. And if I didn't go on that Tuesday or that Wednesday while working at Burger King, I would have never saw it. I would have never got, the green Ironhide or the Omega Sentinel. Like so much of that stuff, if you're not there every day, and I don't expect you to be there every day, but sometimes people are really not aware of the traffic that happens of product. A place will get one case, and then you have other collectors or other people that buy and sell on eBay, especially in this hustle world today, and it'll be gone. It'll be gone just as quick, you know? It's really tough. I understand that, but it's like you can't just say, "Oh, they never get it." "Oh, my Walmart's the worst." I guarantee if they got a new if your Walmart that really sucked all of a sudden got a new case of something, just one case of new deluxes, it would be gone right away because there's a lot of other hungry people trying to get it. Sometimes not even Transformer fans, non-Transformer fans that just buy to put on eBay or buy to resell that are scalpers. It happens. It happens all the time. Cringe McCringock confirmed that none of the targets in the Northeast Ohio carry Titans or Commanders anymore. Well, that's if they have the space for it. That's the thing too. Targets, they have a very different kind of skew, I would imagine, for how they put their Titan classes. You know, but I mean that's a whole other. It's something that again, it's something that we have to condition ourselves to have patience when it comes to purchasing some products. If it's a really cool character you enjoy, totally cool to pick it up for full price. But we live in a different world today where you know it's expensive. It's expensive. A lot of prices have gone up. Everything's gone pretty crazy. It is what it is. Prince of Phoenix 59 over by my town. They don't at Walmart or Target. I talked to the manager that orders the toys. Well, I mean, I'll be fair. A lot of toy managers and toy stock employees, sometimes they'll just say whatever just to get you to go away. I'll be honest with you. I know many Toys R Us's that they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll get that for you," and then they just go in the back for 5 seconds and come back out. Um, Ron Diaz, my Walmart has Earthspark shell. Well, Earthspark is doomed. Let's put it that way. I talked about it a couple weeks back. Like they're not doing well. That line is on its way out, and so is the show. So get ready for whatever's going to be the next fiction. Don't put all your eggs in the Earthspark basket. That's on its way out, which is good at least because some of that product's going to go on sale, so you'll get it cheap. If you're looking to get a nice Elita 1 figure or something, it'll definitely be on the cheap. But so let's get into some other stuff. We kind of got sidetracked, but let's also talk about some other items that we have. What's up, Will Murphy and Lizard Sphere X, and Ron Diaz, Michael Koo, Paul is here too. People, good stuff. So we also have this multi-pack. Let's talk about this. So we talked about the multi-pack, how we're going to be getting some buzzworthy Bumblebee multi-pack, Autobot multi-pack that's going to come with a hound of some kind, hopefully that Earth Hound, a Jazz of some kind, and a whole bunch of other things too. Whole bunch of other stuff. But the one thing that we're going to get from this is we're going to get this Trailbreaker from all of it. We're going to get a nice juicy Trailbreaker done in screen accurate colors. Has way more paint than the original, and much like others, here's another example of if you waited, man, did that pay off for you, because the original Trailbreaker had a crazy secondary market value. The Earthrise one, people were, and that one rightfully so, because it happened during the big V and it was tough for people to get them. So whoever did get them, whoever did braze the craziness and was able to get past the cordon tape in a Walmart to pick these up, in certain areas, they were the ones that then turn around and put it on eBay for 70, 80, $100. And again, look on eBay, do sold listings, and look how much Earthrise Trailbreakers were selling for. Now we have this. It's in way better colors. It's way more screen accurate. It has more paint than even the original. I dig it. I think it's great. And it's a great opportunity who didn't get Trailbreaker, and they don't have to pay that kind of money. So that's fantastic. Very happy about this one. I'm kind of curious how the others are going to look, like the Sunstreaker. Are they going to go screen accurate colors? Is it going to be the same thing with the others too? Like the Jazz, I don't know what they're going to do with that, because it was already pretty screen accurate to begin with. Maybe they'll do toy colors, G2 colors. Maybe they'll do the Stepper, do it in Stepper's colors, give them a Micromaster. Who knows? But then again, it said Jazz, so it's probably going to be Jazz. We'll see. We will see. But I like it. Looks really good. Always dug it. I like the paint that's used on the gun too. That kind of like completes it, makes it look really nice. So we will see. And then, of course, here's the Sunstreaker. This is a cleaned up image. I actually edited this image a little bit. I tried to get rid of the hand of the guy who was holding it from the factory. I fixed the shoulder. I cleaned up some of the areas. So this is probably the nicest image on the entire internet of those images that leaked out on Baidu of this Studio Series Bumblebee movie concept art deluxe class Sunstreaker. Looking good. Probably the paint on the face is bad too. Again, this is from the factory, so take it with a grain of salt how well it is. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing, brother? But it is what it is. I think it looks great though. I mean, I know some people were not big fans of the yellow, or they're not a fan of the design, but I think it's cool. I like having more of these Cybertronian vehicles and these Cybertronian designs. And let's be real, if this guy came out like in the heat of like Revenge of the Fallen, or like the peak of the movie interest, I think people would have been all over this. I think people would have really dug it. And I think this looks good. I don't know, maybe other people feel otherwise, but I think he looks cool. And the question is now, who's he going to be repainted into? Are we going to see the cordon, the spin out? Are we going to see the opening it up to the side swipe and all those related characters? Put that head on it. I know Larry's is going to be hyped for this one for sure. So pretty awesome stuff. I dig it. Let me know what you think about that one too. Looking good as it should. And then the big one of them all is all of these 2024 listings that we got just a couple days ago, and opening the Pandora's box of madness. The common thing with a lot of these is they're all related to store exclusive stuff, or, partner program kind of stuff. So we will see. Oh, Larry, you're not hyped for the sideswipe. I am. The Sunstreaker, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. For shame. Um, So let's get into these. So, like, again, Generation Selects 3-pack, Treads, Pathfinder, and Smallfoot. Yo, we're getting more Gobots. This is amazing. We just talked about Gears, and now we already know the repaint for Gears into Smallfoot. I hope they put a brand new face sculpt on it. I mean, come on, Hasbro. Give me like a Smallfoot with her more feminine looking face. That would look so cool on that body. That would be really good. And then you could like do something with the chest. Maybe the chest opens up and there's a GoBot logo in there. That'd be really cool. The big one is of course Pathfinder. I mean, now we know 100% that the Walmart exclusivity is done on that Cosmos mold. That means at some point. Oh, Alden, you left a super chat. One moment. Did I miss one? Did I miss a super chat? Oh, I did. Okay. I'll get that one too. Let me get to that. How did I miss that? That's so crazy. Usually it shows it. Alden with the super chat for $2. Sorry about that, Alden. Worst case scenario, Unicron becoming a good guy. Well, I don't know about Unicron becoming a good guy. I think that's so outside of the MO of a very demonic looking character, you know. Like the closest we got to Unicron being a good guy was Shattered Glass, where they had that whole Gaia thing. He had Gaia and Spirit of the Earth, not related to Captain Planet. You know, it's it's pretty crazy. 70% off Target exclusives. I would like some of that. I would like some 70% off of Target exclusives. I'd like to get that Death 2-pack. I never found that one. They didn't have that really locally here. The best I saw was for Target exclusives, they showed up at Toys R Us here in Canada and sometimes GameStop, but yeah, let's not talk about prices about what they were charging. So but we'll talk about it later, definitely. But let's get back into this again. Pathfinder. That means that Cosmos mold is out there. That means we could get it. I firmly believe. I still stand by it. At some point, Hasbro's going to take that mold and they're going to re-release it again. They'll give it a different tinge of green. They'll make it more. Oh, this one's even more screen accurate. We moved where the Autobot logo is. We'll change the color of the flag that it's being held, and we'll put an Autobot logo on that flag, and that'll somehow make it totally fine and people will love it, and then they'll have an opportunity to get it, and it won't be a one per case madness like it was before. And then everyone will be want that will want other characters instead. I think it's great. Again, it's GoBots. I want GoBots until the end of time. So keep it up forever. We got the Gen Selects 2-pack. I was just talking about this 5 seconds ago. The Voyager Class 86 Ratchet and Brawn, the Death 2-pack, as I like to call it. So it's going to be battle damage, Brawn, battle damage, Ratchet, with some extra blast effects, no doubt, with a back display of the inside of the shuttle. We knew this was coming. When we got the other two, it was only a matter of time when these two were going to get it also. So pretty cool on that. We got the Target exclusive Optimus Prime and Autobot Bullseye. The explanation for this is it's going to be the leader class laser Optimus for the front, but the truck cab on the back is going to be the Earthrise trailer, so that it'll look like a Target delivery truck. So it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. And supposedly Autobot Bullseye is going to be a Ravage that's going to be repainted into Bullseye, the bull terrier dog from Target, which I think is awesome. I think that's really cool. I want it just for the Bullseye, if anything. That's pretty cool. I mean, I don't even care about the Optimus truck. I just want the little dog transformer, even though technically Ravage isn't a dog, but it is what it is. Ron Diaz with the $5 super chat. Have a coffee and a Montreal bagel on me. Oh, I will definitely have a Montreal bagel on you for sure. I should have. Oh man, I should have went for bagels today. That'd be really good. Thank you, Ron. Montreal bagels are the best, but you have to have them fresh. So I always have this problem because people always say, oh, when you come to TFCon, why don't you bring some stuff from Montreal that are staples? And the problem is all those really good Montreal staples, you want to have them fresh. And like if I buy you Montreal bagels and then drive to TFCon, at best, let's say Larry's driving, because Larry drives pretty good. He gets good time. At best, we get there in 4 hours. It's not going to be the same. You want it fresh from the oven. The Montreal bagel staple is you get a Montreal bagel fresh from the oven, sesame seed, a carnotzel, which is kind of picture like a Slim Jim, but not oily and nasty. You get a carnotzel and you get a grape juice. Oh, that's like the Montreal bagel Jewish staple. Like you get those three in a combo. Oh my God. You guys are making me hungry. Oh man, that's the best. Oh man, I'm gonna go for bagels tomorrow. You guys are killing me. Thank you, Ron, for making me hungry. I don't know about the coffee. I'll get the grape juice, but some good stuff. Good stuff. Where are we at? Where are we at? We got off track here. But yeah, the bullseye. I dig that. I think that's cool though. Like I said, it's not the first time we had a Target exclusive Transformer that came with a dog. I'm looking at you, Leadfoot, in both the Human Alliance and the Studio series, but still pretty cool. Hey, Cringe, maybe we could get 70% off on that one, just so I could get the pooch. Love that bull terrier. Then we got a Tra-Gen Retros. We got two of them. These are our new retro reissues, Walmart exclusives. With the way that they're done now, where they're done where it's the G1 toy, but with extremely show accurate colors. We're getting an Optimus with his trailer. Again, 40th anniversary. Doesn't surprise me on that one. But the big surprise is the bombshell with the ram horn. Like, wow, two other Insecticons, they just come with their Energon cubes, but this one they're going to put with the Ramhorn. Kind of a missed opportunity then. If they were going to continue doing that, they should have, like, when we got that kickback or that shrapnel, we should have gotten like eject or rewind, have those packed in. And then when you get Bombshell, you get the Ram Horn. You buy the 40th anniversary retro reissue blaster, which comes with the steel jaw. Boom, you got his set of four. So that's kind of a shame, missed opportunity. I hope that the eject and rewind get another place to be released at some point, and people could then get all their blaster cassettes, because blaster's awesome, pretty cool. We got the Legacy Star Seekers. This is also going to be a Walmart exclusive. That's the capsule that we heard about, which is going to, we talked about it. You could check in the archives of the podcast. We talked about all the releases for that, where it's going to come with a Thundertron. There's going to be supposedly, I think a Cosmos mold's going to be used in that too somewhere. But Road Pig is one of them. And the explanation is from a very reliable source that this is going to be a retool of the Crash Bar mold. So that's pretty cool. Get Road Pig. Then you could do the repaints. We could do the double face. We could do the Soundwave under Toxitron collection. So that's pretty cool. More laser cycles. I love the laser cycles. Laser cycles, no joke, were still lingering on the shelves when Beast Wars was on television. They were the last bastion of Generation 2 product, along with those Gobots, those the little 1x64 scale Gobots from G2. Were the last of that stuff that was shelf warming while Beast Wars was on television. So I have a nice little connection with the laser cycles. I always love them. Had great articulation too. Joseph Ritter with the super chat. Purple Soundwave is the best. Well, we'll talk about that in a moment, Joseph, with the purple Soundwave. That'll be the one after this one. So then we have the Tra-Gen Mayhem Voyager Bludgeon and Deluxe Ruckus. This one I'm curious about. The Bludgeon is pretty clear. It's going to be a repaint of the recent Bludgeon we got with Evolution, probably with a more toy accurate color scheme of the Pretender shell. The Ruckus, I'm very curious what they're going to do. I worked on the last Ruckus toy that came out. I did the bio on that one, and it wasn't that great. I'll be honest with you, but we wanted to just have a Ruckus figure. We couldn't even use the trademark at the time. We used the French name Garbouge, which kind of meant ruckus in French. I guess it means kind of like to make trouble. And yeah, it was okay. It was that mold that was used from, Stunticon offshoot that was then used for Ironhide and Breakdown. It was used across like 9, 10 different other molds, like all those Combiner Wars molds during the Warden era. But I'm curious. People are saying Beachcomber. I'm thinking Beachcomber also. It kind of makes sense. Transformation is similar. So I could see that. I could totally see that. We got a lot of super chats. We'll get into the super chats after this last one here with the Tra-Gen Legacy United Leader Class Soundwave. So what I'm hearing online is this is going to be a purple Soundwave from the Earthrise mold. I find that, you know what? I don't know about that. I mean, are you really going to do a purple Soundwave on the 40th anniversary of the brand? And yeah, I get it, because at the same time on the shelves, you have the 40th anniversary retro reissue, which is screen accurate. So I get that. So, if people want G1 accurate, screen accurate, you get the retro reissue. And if you want Marvel Comics, at least the first couple of issues accurate, you get this one. But I mean, that's a bit of a risky move, because it might, depending on how powerful that purple is, that might turn off a lot of casual buyers who might see that and go, ooh, why is Soundwave purple, and might not spend that leader class money. Because to me, the 40th anniversary is a really good time to get those fans that were lapsed, that, weren't fans of the brand before, they were casual fans, and then they see these, I call them cigarette products because they're the product that gets them into collecting Transformers, and it's the first cigarette. And this cigarette product, like a Soundwave, it's going to be an expensive one because it's a leader class, and making them purple might be a little risky. I mean, making them purple for a Voyager class, which is what its original intention should have been, or as a Gen Selects, you could get away with that. But a leader class, and maybe the big selling is, oh well, the cassettes that are going to be included, which justify this leader class from a Voyager, people are going to buy it to complete their cassettes. Maybe that's a possibility, but I'm worried. I'm getting this Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream vibe where here's a figure that has been lingering for a while. Studio Series 86 Starscream, people are still finding them in stores 2 years later. And Ollie's, let's not even talk about how you could get it for $15 a pop there from a leader class price point. So it's a risky one. It's a very risky one. So we'll see. We'll see. And I mean, if Starscream doesn't sell, man, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I understand, again, because of the retro reissue, there could be conflictions there, but I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. Let me know what you think on that. Joseph Ritter with the $5 super chat. Can you explain again why we can't get a leader one as a seeker repaint? I don't think there's a reason you can't get it as a seeker repaint. I think it could be done. Same thing with, like, let's say Phytor from the Gobots being used from the Coneheads. It's just more they just don't want to do it right now. Leader One being a mini con was an Aaron Archer thing. He just wanted to poke fun at GoBots back in the day. Aaron's in the chat. He could confirm that himself, that that's the primary reason why they used Leader One as a trademark, despite the fact that they had access to it at the time from the Tonka buyout back in '93 and all of those trademarks. But yeah, I would like to see it personally. I think it would be cool. I mean, again, I want GoBots until the end of time. If I could get Leader One with his yellow teeth, big yellow teethy smile, that'd be totally cool. Phytor Phytor, you literally just take any of the cone heads and, like, more specifically like Thrust, and you just repaint it as Phytor. That's like the easiest one ever. Like, it's a straight up repaint and people would get it. It's kind of like, look, they did the same thing with the Crasher from Mirage. But thank you for the super chat. We got a $10 super chat, gold super chat from T Formers 2002. I just wish that the Bumblebee movie, Sunstreaker and Rumble, that we could see the actual concept art they're based on. I still feel like they were just made up. The designs feel like they were pulled from somewhere else. Well, Sam Smith has been really good at whenever we have like a new Studio Series item, he shows like the designs and the CADs and everything. And we got to see it of the Megatron. We got to see the CADs of the Megatron and stuff. So I'm pretty sure if anyone's going to show us this, Sam Smith through his Instagram will probably show it. So definitely tune in for Sam and his stuff, and I'm pretty sure he'll be showing it. So I think that maybe something was there. It's a possibility. I mean, they're definitely not doing the Sunstreaker for trademark reasons because, let's be real, we have that Autobot 4-pack. So they're definitely not forcing a Sunstreaker because they have to do a trademark thing because they got the 4-pack that's covering their butt there. So I think maybe there is some art. We'll find out. Sam Smith, again, he's really good at that. So check out. I don't know what I think it's, forget what his Instagram account's name is, but just look for Sam Smith on Instagram. It'll pop up. Mark Morales with the $5 super chat. How you doing, Mark? And thank you for the super chat. Aside from Power Glide, there's also Wind Charger and Sea Spray, of course. And the other repaints we could get: Swerve, Tailgate, Outback, Octo Punch, maybe Viper. Hey man, with Sea Spray you could get G2 colors. You could get the GoBots Man O War. There's so much that could be done with those. You open like a Wind Charger, man, we could get some cool stuff with Wind Charger. Hey, we could finally get if you get Wind Charger, we could finally get Resculpted. We could get Kit from Knight Rider. So, like, there's so much that could be done with that one. Sea Spray is awesome. I mean, the original core class Sea Spray that we got, what was it, Titan's Return? That was a fantastic toy to begin with. Had the little Easter eggs with that too. Be cool if Sea Spray comes with a little mermaid girl. That'd be awesome. Also, Alana. We'll see. We will see. Tailgate. I mean, I want an Outback. I love Outback. Outback's like was one of those like wacky characters that no one talks about, but I just have like a nostalgia for him because I was like, wow, he was like the only mini bot that came with an accessory back in the day. And there was just something special about that. And every Outback figure that came out afterwards, I kind of like went out of my way to get, so he's really cool. What's up, Mikey and Louie? How you doing? But damn, I would love all of those. The Viper, oh my god, the GI Joe love that we're already getting with the crossover stuff. You totally know that if we get you know a a Power Glide, they're going to do some kind of GI Joe thing. They'll use it as a pack in. That'll be cool. With the GI Joe stuff we're already getting. Great stuff. Great stuff. Otherwise, though, thank you for the super chat. Thank you. Thank you. Let's just close this one up. So we'll do some of our sponsor stuff. And then we will talk about some cool things that we picked up today, doing some toy hunting myself. So first one, of course, is Bam Bam Symbiote Studios. I'm actually rocking the Catnip Bravo shirt and pin today. Nice metal pin. Symbiote Studios, the plush, some of the pins, and the t-shirts of Transformers. This is what's available right now on symbiotestudios.com. There will be new inventory in the coming weeks, so be sure to stay tuned for that. But go check it out right now on symbiotestudios.com and pick up some delicious Transformer merch, some t-shirts, and all of the above, because we got the new Ultra Magnus coming in early 2024, so stay tuned for that. Get the grumpy Ultra Magnus. You can't deal with that now, but he could sit on your couch and deal with you playing some video games. And of course, the Winter Wonderfest collection, the Winter Wonder Wardrobe Kit. You could also doll up your guys. Lord knows it's cold over here. Woo! It's cold over here. So your plushes don't have to be cold too, I guess. Chilling up over there. And then, of course, you got Catnip and the Slag Master himself. Loving that. And, of course, all the others that will be available at different points in time. Some are sold out and will not be restocked. Others will be restocked in the future. Stay tuned for that on symbiotestudios.com. Go check them out. Be sure to follow their socials. They also post a lot of stuff too with latest news and everything. Symbiote Studios on Twitter, or X if you want to call it that. The only X for me is a Mega Man X, but we'll call it Twitter. It's always going to be that birdie. That birdie is named Larry after Larry Bird. It's going to stay like that forever. Larry Bird. But yeah, check them out. We're going to have some new announcements for some of the next ones in the near future, so stay tuned for that. And of course, we also have all the other ones, all the other good ones. Got some good stuff here. We got the G.I. Joe stuff. We got the Power Ranger stuff. We got the My Little Pony stuff. We got it all. We got it all and then some. So stay tuned for that with all the other Symbiote Studio stuff. It's delicious. Some of them are on sale too. The Power Ranger pins are on sale. I believe there's leftovers of I think of the My Little Pony. There's only one left of that one. So we will see. We will see what happens with that. But check those out too. There's also video game stuff. There's a lot of check out Symbiote Studios. They have so many. They got so many stuff. And of course, Toy Armada with Aaron Archer. Go check out Aaron's stuff. We recently did the Tidal Wave episode not too long ago. You can go check out, learn about the history of Tidal Wave. That episode's doing quite well. Quite a few views. I'm surprised it's getting more views than the Masterpiece one. So pretty surprised. But again, hey man, Tidal Wave is where it's at. Armada is a whole generation of G1 for kids. So pretty good stuff. Go check out that segment. Looking real good. And of course, go pick up Aaron's new book, The Art of Transforming Robots, Volume 2 Color Edition. I don't know, Aaron, when you're going to be retiring this one, but we do know that a new book is on its way for Volume 3, so stay tuned for that. Pick up Volume 2 before it's retired, and then it'll be tough to get because people are going to scalp it on eBay, like they always do. But we will see. We will see. And of course, if you want to pick up some original art from Aaron, of course, you have the lovely Posca painted original instruction stuff. A lot of great stuff there too. You got the Snowcat. That Snowcat looks really good with the Energon chip and everything. You got the Lio Convoy, Lio Prime. You got Movie Prime. You got that. That's. I just want to say right now, like easily one of the best Energon toys ever made was that Sharkticon. I love that thing. That mold didn't get enough love. And then of course you got the Beavis and Butthead of the Cybertron Galaxy Force series in in Gasket. That was his Japanese name, anyways. But I love them. They're great. And there's many more. There's a bunch of others that aren't here. Go check them out. There's Lego ones too. There's a whole bunch on archermonster.com/shop. Go check it out. A lot of good stuff there. Get yourself some original art, some good stuff. And that's it, more or less. So let's talk about what we picked up, and then we're going to open it up to some super chats. So you can start throwing in your super chats now, and we'll start answering them. So I went to Walmart today. I did my grocery shopping. I always hit Walmart, my grocery store. Sometimes I hit up Toys R Us. And, one thing that I always tell people is when you go to Walmart, if you have the time, when you see really old items, it doesn't hurt to take them and scan them, you know? Take them to those scanners that they have nearby because you never know. There's always a lot of unadvertised sales. Again, I'm going to plug it, but the Transformers Slag podcast Patreon, if you join the Patreon, when you're on the Discord, we share those sales because there's a lot of unannounced sales. There's sales that aren't shown on the website. There's sales that aren't shown in flyers. They're just, hey, you go in there and best example, way back when we first started the Patreon and we first started the Discord, Smashdown from Earthrise. This shows how long ago this was. When Earthrise Smashdown, when he was like already kind of on his way out, that little, you know, weapon accessory, the one that turned into a hammer, his UPC code was expired and wasn't being used anymore. And when you scanned him, he scanned at 5 cents. 5 cents. How many do you think I bought? So here's one example. This is the non-transformer related one. I saw this Thomas, and I'm like, this is the Wood Railway Series Thomas. This thing has been out for 2 years now. What is this doing on the shelves of Walmart? So I go to scan it, and it doesn't scan anymore. And you know what happens when you scan it and it says you need to get an associate? If you go to the self checkout, it's probably going to scan for 1 penny or 4 pennies or 5 pennies. So I brought it with and I went to the self checkout. And guess what happened? Beep, 2 cents. Thank you, sir. I will take that. No problem. Probably should have took the other one. There was a Percy too, but I just wanted Thomas for 2 pennies. So let that be a lesson. This is your lesson today. When you scan something and it says that you need to be with an associate, go to self checkout and you can work something out with them. Now, let's talk about some other stuff. Let's talk about some other things that went on sale. If you were watching my Twitter today, I posted that people were swapping toys and I wasn't too happy about it. But through that swapping toys and seeing that stuff, there was an unannounced sale. All Legacy Evolution Deluxes, regardless if they're Toxitron collection or otherwise, were $19 Canadian, which comes to about $17, $16 American. So I picked up a few that I didn't get to pick up. And this one was the one I'm the most happy about. You know, Laser Cycle unreleased, watermelon Mirage. So pick these up at $19 Canadian each. Very happy to pay that. And again, unannounced sale. No one knew it was happening. All the deluxes, $19 Canadian, 17, 16 American. So again, if you're part of the Patreon and you're part of the Discord as a result of being a part of the Patreon, you would have found that out. I went right back home, literally, because you got to show the receipts, the evidence, And I took a nice photo for my patrons and everything. Like, hey guys, scans at 19. So if you're there, go for it. And we also post American sales and everything. Once in a while, there's a good UK sale. It's great stuff. It's great stuff. So I picked those up. Those are really cool. I'm excited about these guys. I can't wait to do some photography for it. And the Thomas, I don't know. The Thomas, I think I'm going to keep it sealed. This looks cool. I love the wood series. When I was a kid, we had the Ertl. They were the die cast ones back in the day in the 80s, and the wood series came much later. Those were in the late 90s, early 2000s, but still pretty cool. I dig that. Again, can't go wrong for 2 pennies. And then the last thing I got, and this is more of a deep cut for people, went to my secondary market toy store, and this was chilling in there, and I wasn't going to leave with it. This is from the Bakuso Kyodai, which is the Racing Brothers. a extremely popular that did not take off here in America toy line, the Bakuso Kyodai Let's Go, aka the Mini 4WD line, is a line of model kits that you build and they race around a track. And what was cool about them, you have a little lock in the back here. You take this off, and then you would put batteries inside it, and it had a brush motor that was four-wheel drive. It was amazing. This with a little, again, typical Proto Man mechanic stuff that probably festered in his body even as a child. These were all over the place in Chinatown when I was in high school. And I was always like, what's the story with these? Why are these so popular? And I picked one up back in the day. It was, I forget which one it was called. It was the night one. And they were amazing. And what's cool is they have these little wheels in the front because you put them on a track and they're so cool. So this was like one of the main character ones, the Cyclone Magnum. $1. Guy didn't even know what he had. Didn't even know what he had. Oh, it's just some Japanese, bootleggy thing. But if you read on the back, it says Tamiya, and then you got the Kero Ace. Oh no, that's Tamiya on that side. And then you got Kero Ace's stickers on that side, which is still the famous magazine to this very day for Transformer stuff. So that was a cool find. Really happy with that. Again, Formula One looking stuff. They tried to bring this over. Hasbro back in the day tried to bring this over during the 90s as record breakers. And if you look at record breakers, that's actually where they put a lot of Transformer trademarks too, to keep those trademarks alive. It didn't take off. It didn't do well. They got Jesse the Body Ventura to be a spokesperson for it. Nothing worked out in the end, but they tried. Didn't work out in our market, but still was popular in Japan for the longest time. They said that one out of every four boys in Japan had at least two Kyodai Mini 4WDs. So pretty cool stuff. Little history lesson there with that one. Where are we at here? We'll take some questions. What about the Voyagers Proto? Did you see any that were on sale too? No, unfortunately, I checked all the stuff though. Like whenever I go to Walmart or Toys R Us or anything, I always try to find older items. Like if it's like 6 months old, I start scanning stuff. Um, and so far, like all it is thus far is this is Walmart. The Voyagers are full price. The deluxes, Toxitron, and regular. So if you got like what's out right now, Crankcase, I guess, is still kicking around for Evolution. Crankcase. Who else is in that wave assortment? But so either way, anything that's a deluxe from Legacy Evolution is $19 Canadian, 17 American, Walmart. Go do your scans. Go check that out. Again, I took the screenshot just to show. I was literally scanning the machine just to show it, so I have it like documented for everybody. But again, if you're part of the Discord, you'll see a lot more of that. So that you get a free one today from the live stream. Where are we at here? And sadly, because I wanted the Voyagers to be on sale, because I want the Lio Convoy to go down in price. I want to pick up that one. Maybe even the Nemesis Lio Convoy also. That all black one is really nice too. It's all sexy. James Hopkins, here they have to split the 2 packs. They are selling them at full price. I never saw the 2 packs in retail. Maybe they got bought up, but I mean, they would have been a really good deal to see those. Princess Phalanx 59 so Proto, did you buy that G2 laser cycle to swap with RC? So what Princeton's referring to is, again, unfortunately, when I went there, some jackass, whoever it is, in my Montreal community of Transformer collectors, uh, bought the laser cycle and then returned it and put the Legacy RC in there, which was not cool of them. They're jackasses. And I don't appreciate it when people do that because that's my stomping ground. That's where I go to get my Transformers, and I don't need some jackass doing it. So luckily for me, there was two associates that were in the aisle, and I pointed out to them like, "Hey, I just want to point out to you that some individual clearly returned this product." And look, sometimes you got to tell people to do their job. That's just kind of the reality. And I told them, look, if you scan this UPC code in your archive, you'll be able to figure out who purchased these in the past while. And because all the self checkouts have cameras on them now, and because everyone has the receipts, meaning people use their phones to unless he paid with cash, you could figure out who was the guy who stole from your store, because that's literally what he did. And you're also be able to probably figure out a lot of other things too. But the point is that that's not cool, man. Don't appreciate that. Don't appreciate that. You know, stealing product is not cool. Like a certain toy reviewer. Let's see where we at. James Hobson's Legacy, Starscream, and Inferno. We're warming here now. Which Legacy Starscream? The Armada one? The Armada one's cool. I'm surprised that one's the Inferno. Which Inferno? Which Inferno? Oh, the Ant Inferno. That's a shame too. That mold's amazing. I love that mold. I want to own every version of that. I have the Antagony, I have the original. It's on its way. The plus version, the premium version is on its way from Japan. I love that. Love that mold. Couldn't get any better. I can't imagine it getting better. Cringe is responding to somebody. Link CW, the Walmart 2-packs are not on mod, so they're on clearance island and they're not on mod. Oh, I don't know. I don't know what that means, but okay, it is the Armada one. I hope it wasn't you, Larry. You wouldn't do that, Larry. You're a good guy. No, that's not cool. I hate it when I see that though. Like a lot of times I see that with wrestling figures. Like at least in my area, like there's some guy locally here in the West Island that buys wrestling figures and returns them with junk. And if I was like a hardcore wrestling figure collector, I buy this and that. I buy the odd Bret Hart and Owen Hart and specific guys here and there. You know, a Rock figure or something, or a Hogan or a Ultimate Warrior. But in general, I'm not a hardcore collector, but if I was, I would be royally pissed with what this guy is doing because so many times I go into that aisle and I'll just see like a carded figure and you could clearly see it was like taped up or glued. You know, they use a heat gun on the bubble or something and they take off the bubble and then they put the new figure in like the garbage dollar store figure that they got and they glue it back on, they return it. And you can say, "Oh, well, Proto, that's the fault of the return people." Look, you can't expect the return people to know every single figure, every single thing. You just want to expect people not to be dickheads, you know? How about that? And if there's a way to like call out those dudes and get them, out of our community and out of the stores and get them caught, that benefits all of us. You know, I'm not trying to go up the bat. Oh, we got to make sure Walmart doesn't lose money. Care about Walmart. I don't care about Walmart with their millions of dollars that they make in tax write-offs. Who cares about Walmart? I care about the fact that if there was a deluxe figure that I wanted to get and some guy stole it and then returns it with garbage, that's my problem. That's my own selfish needs, Get that guy out of here. What are you saying, Larry? Larry's one of our Montreal locals here. One of my buddies that I travel with to TFCon. I see a lot of that one Marvel Legends. Glad they're going back to window packaging. Yeah, Marvel Legends. I haven't seen it as much, but maybe I just haven't been paying attention really. But it's just it sucks. I hate it when I see that with Transformers. And when the first time like really started noticing that was around the time of like Energon Cybertron, where like there was guys that were like buying, like no joke, they were buying like, what was a good example? I think it was Land Bullet, which was the Japanese name for whatever that bulkhead looking green dude was. I mean, that's the Japanese. Land Bullet was a Japanese name. What was he called? And I think it was, God, what did they call him? And someone's in the chat is gonna correct me because I only know it by the Galaxy Force name. But I remember someone in Zellers, when Zellers still existed, someone returned that and put a green tractor trailer from John Deere from the dollar store, like a garbage, like cheapy one you could buy from the dollar store. And I was like, unbelievable. Like that's just sitting there. Crumple Zone, thank you. Thank you, T Formers 2002. Crumple Zone. And like they returned Crumple Zone and they put a John Deere dollar store, like Dollarama tractor trailer inside. And I was like, that's unbelievable. That's disgusting that people do that. You know, if you're gonna steal, try to steal like a man. Try to like run out the front door and then get tackled. Don't do it. Don't do it like that. You know. Mikey and Louie, when you buy something that has been swapped and you can't contact Hasbro and have them replace. No, well, see, here's the problem. First of all, you shouldn't have to see that in stores. And second of all, the problem is when it's a closed box, that's the worst because then you come home, you open it, and then it's like, then there's this game of, when you go to return it, did you do it? You know, that's why I don't like closed box to begin with because that just gives even more opportunities for the swappers to do that. It sucks for people who buy presents. They buy a present, they keep it sealed, they keep it for like a month, and then they give it to the person as a present. Then you find out it wasn't even the right item. Come on, you know? That's kind of stuff's disgusting. I had a friend, shout out to Nick. Nick bought that gigantic box set that they were doing during Titan's Return. It was the Chaos on Velocitron, whatever it was called there. He bought that big box set and he didn't open it right away. He had like a queue of Transformers. He didn't open it for like 2 months. Finally opens it, all garbage. All garbage toys. And he contacted me. He's like, "Daniel, what do I do? What do I do?" And I'm like, "Look, there's nothing you can do. Number one, your receipt for 30 days, that's over. You know, you just take the loss. With closed box stuff, you got to open your stuff right away because you never know. You never know. The swapping is so bad right now. So bad. VCXZ with the $5 super chat. Mod is the items kept in stock. When items fall off mod, they get moved to clearance. Same here. Picked up a 2-pack on clearance for 17. Well, that's another way too to tell too is also with the numbering. Walmart does everything with 97 cents as the final two numbers. So if it doesn't end with 97 cents, now it's on a clearance number. So that's another way to tell too. So this was 19 flat. This wasn't like 1897 or 1888, you know. But yeah. But thank you for the super chat, VCS. Clear the 2-packs were 17. Man, that's brutal. I would have loved to pay that. I would have loved to pay that. I know that those were all over in the States. I would have bought so many of those. I would have bought a ton of those just to do for like toys for tots afterwards and everything when they do that. Like you'd have just like build a whole army of that stuff. Great, man. We don't get many of those great deals. Like I told you, I have to kind of like work within the system of retired UPC codes and everything. Like it happens way more often than you think. I remember I was doing an endurance race for I think it was Spartan race where you do these like 2-hour, 5 kilometer crazy going up hills and everything Spartan races. I was doing one of those and I knew that because after you do one of those, you're in mud, you're in all kinds, you destroy your shoes when you do that. So I was going to buy a cheap pair of shoes from Walmart to wear just for that race. And I went to go buy like it was like a $10 pair of shoes or whatever. When I went to go check out, it rung up a penny and it was clearly like an old pair of shoes that had just been sitting on the shelves in the shoe aisle forever. And my significant other was like, "You should have went and bought like more pairs, just to like have a whole bunch." But I was like, whatever. I'm not gonna kill Walmart and steal all that, not steal, but like, take all their 1 penny pair of shoes. That happens way more than you think. So you always scan items. Even if you know you're buying it and you're gonna be leaving, scan it anyways, because you never know. You might find some surprises. You know, Walmart has those wrestling figures like with the NWO that are based off of like the old like not LJN, but the other company that did the wrestling figures for the AWA. Oh my god, I forget the name of them. I think it's the same guys that did like the He-Man kind of design. So they did like Kevin Nash and Scott Hall, and I've been wanting to get those forever, but I don't want to pay $37 for them. They're $37 Canadian, and I've been scanning them nonstop every time I go to Walmart. Scan it, oh, it's still 37, put it back. Scan it, oh, it's still 37, put it back. One day, the Remco, thank you, Ninjatron, the Remco ones by the AWA, and they did in the Remco style and I've been wanting to get those, but I'm not paying $37 each and I want both of them, so $50 for two, like, and they're like this big, come on. So I've been like scanning them like crazy and it's not the Jax ones, Tomlin. Jax was in the 90s. Jax was 1994, 95 when they got the WWF license back in the day because that was the Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker wave, that very for the Bone Crunchers, as they were called back in the day. But so like I want to get those, but I'm waiting for a sale. And I know what's going to happen. One day I'm going to scan them. It's 37, 37, 37. One day I'm going to scan them and it's going to be contact associate. And I got them. And then they're going to be like a penny. Watch this. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting. That day's coming. That day's coming. I just hope no one beats me to it. That's all I'm saying. I'm waiting. Because the story, what happens with that, my buddy at Toys R Us, who was a manager, explained it to me. Is what happens is a barcode after a while, it goes into what's called a retail purgatory, which is they stop using that barcode. And when they stop using that barcode, it goes into that purgatory in their computer archive where it'll scan for $1 because the belief is that this product shouldn't even be on shelves anymore. Not this one specifically, but let's say more this guy here. So in theory, this shouldn't even be on shelves anymore. It shouldn't even be in clearance. It just shouldn't even be there. And so then the UPC code goes into a retail purgatory and starts scanning for 1 penny, 5 pennies, whatever. Some places it's different. Toys R Us might be 5 pennies. And it stays like that for 2 years. And then they recycle using that UPC code for another product in the future. So you could kind of test it if you want. Take an old Armada card back you still have and bring that UPC code to Toys R Us or whatever, or Walmart, and scan it. And who knows, it might say bar of soap or whatever, whatever it's going to be used for. So it's very interesting that he taught me that many years ago. Shout out to Victor who taught me that. And that's like a little trick. Again, you're learning stuff here today. Save money on your hobby. Don't spend all the money. It's an expensive world we live in today with inflation. Save your money where you can. And any money that you save, if one figure goes up in value, well, you saved all this money here. So it works out. Mikey and Louie, we ordered Scrap Heap direct from Amazon and got Junk Heap in a Scrap Heap box, still new, unopened. I guess that's not a swap, but actually a Hasbro. That'll be more of a Hasbro error because that seems like maybe that seems like something Hasbro might make an error of. That's hard to say because Junk Heap came out much later. Maybe Junk Heap went on sale. The guy got the Scrap Heap, put it in the package, and then returned it for free to Amazon. And again, because they look so similar, it could be a Hasbro mistake. It could also be someone was swapping. I could see someone swapping that. There's a lot of scummy stuff like that. Cringe McCringle. I once saw a Ross return at Target and it still had the Ross sticker on it. Oh God. Brought it to the front and found it the next week on the shelf. Yeah, that happens. There's dudes that pull that stuff. They go like the most common thing, and it's probably what happened in the case with me, which what I saw was the individual clearly got that RC cheap somewhere. I don't remember when Legacy RC from that first wave of Legacy was on sale, but it clearly was probably on sale at one point, and he clearly got it cheap. Or, what happens sometimes too, they buy the figure, they don't want it anymore, and they go, "Hey, here's a way to trade in for something that they do want." Let's be real. And I mean, and let's be real. At least he put the RC. He could have put garbage. And I'm not saying what he did was right, but at least he stayed within the same mold and everything. Again, go check out my Twitter. I posted it there. I was not happy about it. That's not cool when they do that stuff. Even like, it's funny too. My significant other was she's like, how did he get into it? You could see like he cut the tape really nice. He used the same kind of Scotch tape. He didn't use that like more like kind of a matte kind of tape. He used the same kind of Scotch tape. Carefully removed it. He made sure to untie the paper things. Made sure to tape them nicely back. It's a whole process for them to save a couple bucks. It's crazy. It's on hard times. Hard times. James Hobson, my Kingdom Magnus. That was Dreadwing. It was Dreadwing in the box from your Amazon purchase. The Studio Series 86. Oh no, Kingdom Magnus. So that would be the one that's more screen accurate, but not Studio Series 86 with Dreadwing in the box. Man, see, that sucks. And again, that was the closed box pack. No, they didn't do closed box packaging yet at that point. They didn't do that for the leaders yet. Man, that sucks though. See, that's the thing. Even if even Amazon that's happening because of the returns, and the thing with the returns is it's all faceless. There's no faces and everything. They could just go in, they could return stuff. No one knows. Man, that's I hate that. I effing hate that, man. And sooner or later, that's going to affect me too. I've been so lucky up to this point buying product, but I have been guilty of sometimes I buy a Transformer product and I don't get around to opening it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks because I just get backlogged with other stuff. And then what ends up happening, one day I'm going to open up something and it's not going to be the right thing. I've had in the past, the only time that's ever affected me was I opened up some Dark of the Moon stuff like a year after buying it, and the head was missing on the figure. I think that was that was a big one for me. Or like a BotCon exclusive where it had two right hands. My Primal Prime custom class had two right hands. Um, it sucks. It sucks. Cringe Kriegel, Amazon's return system has to be costing them millions. Well, they're going to have to shape up, man. They're going to have to shape up. I understand that there's this whole rush system. But you know what? How about you just stop making it that it's next day delivery? People need to live with the fact that maybe it's going to take 2 days and it's not going to be rush. Make it 2 day delivery and it won't cost you millions of dollars. Your employees won't have to pee in a bottle instead of getting a bathroom break. Just do that instead. It's you can't do that. You're gonna have to change that system. That's too much. Way too much. Way too much craziness with that. You know? And I mean imagine if I would have ordered this off of off of Walmart's website. Oh, hey, it's on sale. Mind you, it's not on sale on their website, but oh, hey, I order off of Walmart's website and I get RC in the mail. I'd be pissed off. I'd be royally pissed. You know? T-Formers 2002, when I bought my 86 Sludge, I noticed that the box seemed a bit off, and I'll admit that I opened it in store to check. Luckily, it was still there. Well, luckily, maybe that was just it getting shuffled around, you know. But yeah, it's a new problem. It's not a new problem. It's a new problem it started with Energon, but now that there's closed boxes, it's a new bigger problem. Now it's like let me think. Let me grab this guy here. This one's empty, mind you, but it's like imagine if like, you pick this up at Target and you're like, oh, I'm gonna get all these cool guys, and then you open it, and you know, there's My Little Ponies or something. They go to the dollar store. Look, you go to the dollar store right now, you could buy comparable sized products. You just feed it in there. And then that $80 box set or whatever, then all of a sudden only cost you a couple bucks, you know? Terrible. 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 But yeah. Anyways, what time is it now? Oh, we still got half an hour. We're still good. We're still good. I should have brought batteries down to show you guys how this works. This is like so cool, these things. This is super cool. James Hopkins, when I got Earthrise Sunstreaker for store pickup at Walmart, not once but 3 times at a different store. Each one was not Sunstreaker. Oh my god. Oh my god. See, and what sucks with that is not only did someone steal Sunstreakers multiple times, but they stole it multiple times and returned it because they knew it was a hot ticket item and they were going to flip it probably. It was probably all the same guy too in your area. I wouldn't be surprised. That's disgusting. Like I don't understand people like that. I really don't. I really don't. I really don't understand like why people do something like that. All that time and energy to do all that kind of stuff. Just get an effing job. It'll actually pay better. Like I get it, you're lazy. You don't want to wake up in the morning. You don't want to get on a bus. You don't want to get in a car. You don't want to work for somebody. You don't want to listen to somebody. Whatever. But bro, it's not worth the orange is not worth the squeeze. It really isn't. Tom Laney, just like the Space Jam 2 missing head LeBron James. Well, that was different. That was just stupid, Zoomer kids. Hey, I'm going to steal LeBron heads and use it as a keychain. That's just dumb. I don't appreciate that either. That's just stupid. You know, that was just them going like, like it was like a meme on the internet. You know, so if people actually wanted to own those toys, granted, that's look if it's good or bad, it's your choice. I thought Space Jam 2 was pretty garbage. Um, but it is here nor there. But the point is, it sucks, that kind of thing exists because soon, we can laugh about it, but sooner or later that'll happen to us. All of a sudden people start stealing the heads off of Transformers. Oh, it's gonna be cool to steal like Soundwave heads, or it's gonna be cool to steal the heads off of other characters, and then it's going to affect our world. You know, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, I got lucky today, but some people might not get lucky. See, this shows you how old it is. Look, it was already starting to yellow. The hanger there, the little J hook, the pop-up J hook hanger was already starting to yellow. That's how long this was on shelves. This. So second I saw it, look, it's even a little damaged too. Got damaged here in the box a little bit. Can't argue the price. Michael Koo with the $5 super chat. I thank you, Michael, for all the love and support. How long do you think it will for us to get Masterpiece Rise of the Beast figures? Oof. I'm actually surprised, I'll be honest with you, that we didn't get any during the initial run of the movie. Because when we had the Bumblebee movie, at least we got one Bumblebee movie masterpiece. At least we got one. So I'm surprised that during Rise of the Beast, they didn't do just Optimus Primal. Like let's do just Primal. I'm surprised they didn't go that route. Maybe Japan wasn't, because you have to understand masterpiece would be Takara, which would be Japan. Maybe Japan wasn't confident enough. Maybe they saw the sales for the Bumblebee and they were like, ooh, Bumblebee would do okay, but I don't know about this. It's kind of that's kind of one where I was surprised they didn't do at least one. But that's more of a Kojin Ono question, because Kojin Ono is part of the Masterpiece division right now with Shogo Hasui. So they would probably have the answer for that one. But I thought they would have done at least one guy. How long we're going to have to wait? I don't know. Rise of the Beast toys did well. The movie didn't do well. So it's something where, does Japan want to put the time and energy 5 years later, 1 month later? Let's say they did it a month from now. How much of that excitement for Rise of the Beast still exists for them to make a high end product? That's a tough one. I think that maybe the ship sailed for the time being. Maybe in 5 years they could do a nostalgia piece, you know? Hey, remember Rise of the Beast? It's 5 years old now. Here's a so and so. But I think that opportunity kind of passed itself, unfortunately. And there's still Rise of the Beast products and shelves right now, unfortunately. So waiting for those sales. Oh yeah. James Hopkins, yeah, stealing heads off of figures is crap too. But what I found funny was all the legacy bulkhead figures heads that were all pushed down because they couldn't pull them up. I see that with the what's it called there? The spin changer Earthspark Bumblebee. I find every spin changer Earthspark Bumblebee, it looks like the head is missing, but it's all because it's a slider and they all came down. So I see that too. T-Formers 2002, we got two actually, B and Prime, so it is surprising. Tom Laney, well, with the Brawl coming now, they may shift to Rise of the Beast figures. I think they'll probably shift to Revenge of the Fallen. I think that's just kind of the expected progression. They'll probably do some ROTF figures, maybe not the Fallen right away because we just came off of that Leader Class Studio series, but maybe some other characters. Maybe the twins. Masterpiece twins. Who knows? I doubt it, but that would be wild if they did do that. I say they're missing the protoform. They got to do the protoform, man. Where's the protoform? Got to see that one. I want to see that done as a masterpiece. Mikey and Louie, they should have made a true Beast Wars movie like they did Beasties and honoring the original story. Well, that's something. Honoring the original story is always such a thin ice to skate when it comes to people getting paid, I guess is the best way to put it. I'll get into that in a moment. I have a super chat here I'll get, and then we'll explain that one. Ron Diaz with the $5 super chat. If Hasbro approached you for a new cartoon of TFs, but it's wrestling like the old anime, who would be in your four main stable? Wrestling stable, eh? Well, see, here's the problem. Do you want me to do it from what I would personally like or what would be business? Because I've always said if I ever did a Transformer cartoon, it wouldn't feature my favorite characters. It would be feature the characters that make sense for business, because the cartoon is an advertising piece for the product, and people will discover Transformers through the cartoon, sometimes not through the toy aisle. But if we're not talking business and my business brain is shut off and we're not going to make money, my stable would be Hot Rod, Road King from Master Force, Nitro Convoy, the Japanese version, and IDW's Blur. And they would be called like the Speedsters or something. They'd be like the Racers. They'd be some cool stable like that. But it would be IDW blur done with the Casey Collar design, which is also what the Generations blur toy was back in the day, which was molded from the Drift. Um, and a little bit of the Velocitron Speedia 500 has similarities. Same head sculpt. But yeah, that would be my stable. None of those would make money. Even Hot Rod and Blur, they're more second tier. Like if I was doing a stable for business, Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Grimlock, Jazz. there's the easy answer. And there's Aaron with the override. Of course it is, Aaron. Of course it is. Of course it is. I should show you my Nitro Convoy shrine. Maybe I'll take a picture of it. One moment. Let me take a picture of the shrine. One sec. Let me take a picture of it. Uh, One moment. Let's take a picture of the shrine through the glass as best I could. There we go. There's the shrine. Every Nitro, look how blurry it is. Every Nitro Convoy figure. Even the Kabaya kit, the Japanese one, the Korean version. I have a nice little shrine to that character. Who's Override? Who's Override? It sucks too, because one day I'm gonna ask you to do a Nitro Convoy, instructions, and you're gonna write Override on it. You're gonna write it right across it. I know you will. Where are we at here? Wrestling Transformers, bring back Road Hauler. Yeah, man. He's the world champion in, what was it, 1986? The Micromaster. He's the world champion, man. He beat a guy named Hogan too, not Hulk Hogan, but there was a guy named Hogan in the ring. He has the belt and everything. Actually, I think I did a post or a picture about that years ago on Twitter. Feels like something I would have done. Mikey and Louie, we think there is enough OG Beast Wars fans to make a true Beasties movie. Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing. And welcome to the Minicon recruits, Billy B. Welcome. Here's the thing. So, like, this is something that a while back when the X-Men cartoon existed, the old X-Men 90s cartoon on Fox, they were doing a whole bunch of episodes that were beat for beat based off of stories written by Chris Claremont, who wrote that legendary run of X-Men during the 70s and the early 80s, and even a little bit of the 90s with Jim Lee. And, but they were literally, the episodes were paralleling exactly what he wrote, but he wasn't being credited. And he didn't know that this was going on until about season 2 when they started doing like the Phoenix Saga stuff. And he was like, yo, what the F, man? Like, these are my stories. And he sued Marvel. And at the time, he wasn't with Marvel. And he sued them. And then, like, they worked out something where he got like a story credit or something. And then Marvel was like, okay, from now on, we got to write original stories. And that's why, like, today, you see an X-Men movie, X-Men Day of the Future Past, but the story is not based off of the original Day of the Future Past, not even slightly. It's its own thing. And then they'll do like another one and another one, another one. They'll use these names, Age of Apocalypse or whatever. If they did something that was beat for beat Beast Wars, Larry DiTilio is going to be expecting a check, and some of the others, or his next of kin even, you know? Like there's that gray area, so it's so much better, well, not better, it's so much easier to get some Hollywood, writer in a writer room with 12 other guys to throw together a movie, unfortunately. Like if they, like, I know that if I was in that room, my ideas would fall on deaf ears because there's 12 other slicksters that are going to come up with other stuff, and then it all gets melted together in one pot, and then it goes nowhere really. You could be loyal to the brand, but then people are going to have to get paid. And the last thing Hollywood's going to want to do is make sure you get paid. They're not going to want that. They are not going to want that. MMA Panda for $10, the $10 gold super chat. Thank you, MMA Panda. Um, Wondering when we will get pics of Studio Series 86 Swoop and Optimus. Well, brother, that's actually going to be quite soon because Swoop is part of the April assortment. And if we get a studio series live stream or whatever, whatever our next fan stream is, we're gonna see that. What was I talked about it recently. It was Swoop. The Sunstreaker is part of that, and if the Sunstreaker is leaking out, guess what? Probably that means we're going to see the Swoop sometime soon, also. So a lot sooner than you think, my friend. A lot sooner than you think. Aaron Archer says here, Beast Wars movie would have had to be animated without humans. Without humans, it won't happen. Of course not. That's the fact that they said they were going into space and they still squeezed in GI Joe. You know, they're never like we have to bank on this Transformer 1 movie. We really do. This movie, if this movie is successful, then at least it'll send the message, hey, we don't need humans. We could tell a story on a huge Hollywood budget and we don't need humans. We need that Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse money. We need that money so it makes a sequel and it does well. And hopefully they don't screw it up. I hope they don't screw it up because they screwed it up with Spider-Verse and the numbers dipped and now they're not going to do a sequel. So we will see. We will see. I just hope it does well. I just hope it does well. You know, unfortunately, theater numbers ain't what they used to be, and people are smart with their money now. Cringe McCringle with the YouTube member question. Hasbro, give me Studio Series 86 Twins. Ice Cream Twins. I would love the Ice Cream Twins. I love the Ice Cream Twins. I love those two guys. They are like front and center. Ugh, you can barely see the pink guys, but they are front and center in my Revenge of the Fallen display. And now I just screwed up the camera to show you guys. Damn it. You know, you spend all day, make sure the camera is good for the live stream, and then you swing it over there. I would love that though. I would love the Ice Cream Twins, but I'm alone on that. Maybe it would be just me and you, Cringe. Me and you. Jason Kashner, the first time you doing a super chat, Jason. Nice to meet you, Jason. Thank you for the love and support. Gold super chat too on the first shot. I think Aaron had created a whole genre of collectible artwork. I purchased two from his website, and he did a custom Fall of Cybertron Megatron for me also. Great stuff. Aaron did pioneer it. Uh, he did it on the fly, and the first time he sold them was oh man, I wish I could show you mine. It's hard, you can't see it. It's all the way in the back. I framed it. Um, he did the very first set of them at TFCon Toronto last year, and they were disappearing. Like he couldn't make them fast enough. Like he was literally making them in the moment at the table. And it was like, oh, here's Smokescreen, gone. Here's I think what was another one you did, Aaron? Jetfire, I think, was gone. And like it was whatever he had. And then it exploded. And yeah, he definitely created a genre. And it's cool because it's like you're taking original vintage 20-year-old instructions. These are the old universe depth charge, using I like to call it the Boba Fett colors. Fun fact: original depth charge is Jango Fett, and the universe one is Boba Fett. In case you didn't know, nice little nod there. So and then he did that, and it has the prestige because it's the original 25-year-old or 20-year-old paper, and then it's original art paints done by one of the designers who was responsible for that figure, and then you frame it and it looks beautiful. It's amazing. It's amazing. Go check it out. Here, we might as well plug it while we're here. Go check it out. archermonster.com/shop. Go check it out, yo. There's some there. Don't like sort by newest, but still sort through because there's some that are buried in there. There's a whole bunch of other ones that are buried. Maybe Aaron, maybe you should re-upload the ones that didn't sell so they move to the front when you load up the shop. Even the Lego ones and stuff. But they're really cool. They're really cool. I dig them a lot. Thank you, Jason, for the super chat and giving the super chat to plug Aaron's amazing stuff. Great stuff. And there's going to be more of it. Come to Toronto this July. Me and Aaron will be there. And we're going to have a new exclusive too. We're working on that one. It's going to be hype. Got some great stuff planned. We're not going to be at TFCon LA. I'm 90% sure I'm going to be at San Diego Comic-Con. So I will be at SDCC. But so if you're in the West Coast and you want to see Proto Man, I'll be at SDCC at least, at the Symbiote Studios booth. Shout out to Symbiote Studios. Go check out their stuff. They are awesome. But yeah, Toronto. That'll be the next time me and Aaron will party a go go. Cringe McCringle Proto. I think it's just you, Mr. Bumblebot, and I want the twins in studio series. Oh, I would love, like, think about it, man. Like, you get the masterpiece quality and engineering and build because the original ones, those were like technically like two little scout classes that went together. And actually, it's funny, they came out at a time when scout class didn't even exist yet. Like, scout was just going to come out the year after that in 2010 and 2011. So it was almost like the debut of its own price point. Well, it wasn't a price point, but definitely a size, you know? Because it was a deluxe, but two scouts together. Cringe got my hotel and tickets for LA and Toronto. Going to be a hell of a year. It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a fantastic year. 40th anniversary, yo. I'm excited for Toronto. Toronto's going to be hype. Toronto's going to be very hype. Mikey and Louie, can't forget the custom sketches from Aaron. So much great stuff. We got the Beastie Silverbolt that we're going to frame. Yeah, anyone, when you frame your stuff, send me a PM with the framed one. Aaron would love to have those to show people. Like, hey, these are, these fans got them and they framed them and they look really nice. Yeah, I wish I could show mine, but unfortunately I have, the wall of detofs in the center of the room that block everything so you can't see them. Because I have like I always say never waste a wall. So the one wall that I can't put shelving on because it's a wall that's shared with a air conditioning unit, that's where they hang, you know? And like one of the first piece of Aaron art I got back in the day was this one here before. This is how he used to certify stuff back in the day. Always keep that nearby. Nice, cool one. Where are we? Bring your camera equipment to Toronto. I'm making it on a live stream. I always bring it with. I didn't bring it to Orlando just because I felt like it wasn't gonna happen. I wasn't going to be doing a recording. It was kind of like, ooh, maybe, maybe not. So I brought my laptop and the webcam that the laptop has. I didn't bring my actual webcam. So I'll definitely for Toronto, I'll bring the webcam in it because last time I brought the webcam, it's going to probably be a Saturday or Sunday. Probably I'm going to try to get that same spot again, that corner. So warning to anyone, I want that corner. I'm going to try to overtake it. Goober was there. Goober was there. Ninjatron was there. Two of the guys that are in the chat today. Obviously, Aaron was there with me. Jaws D was with me there. Micah made a cameo at the beginning with his cat. That was pretty cool. Having Micah there. Haven't seen Micah in a couple of years too because of the big V and everything. I love Micah. He's a cool dude. Um, so we're definitely going to do something like that again. It's always fun to do the live streams from TFCon, and the quality was pretty good. I like the acoustics because it was that weird closed in area. The sound actually was pretty good. Where if I would have done it like let's say in the lobby or even in a hotel room, it wouldn't have been as good. I mean, even this room, like this room, it has good acoustics because there's so much toys everywhere. It sounds pretty good, and of course I have the microphone too. It helps. Um, where are we at? Where are we at? I lost my place here. Uh, bring the camera equipment. Yeah, there we go. Billy B, what is the rumor about Hasbro canceling Sure Shot? Well, according to JT Prime, he says that the Sure Shot listing isn't that it's canceled, is that that's just what the listing was, but it's actually a different character. So we'll see what that character is. I find that hard to believe because it would complete the at least the Autobot target masters, at least the core ones, not the Blur, Cup, and Hot Rod target masters. It would have completed the core target masters, and Mark is always about completing micro sets. So I mean, we already got our our what do you call it? Our crosshairs. We already got our point blank. Granted, they're two different aesthetics, and then we would have got Sure Shot. And I would love to get Sure Shot because he was the first target master I ever owned. I got him from a garage sale when I was a kid. Um, or let's see. I'll put a sign saying this corner belongs to. Well, no, that spot actually, what it exists for, it's actually for when people get their Ubers or their taxis. They call it, and then they could wait there because obviously this is Canada, so you don't want to wait outside in the cold. So it's a spot that's kind of made just for that, so people could kind of just wait, and when the taxi pulls up, they could just run out. Um, So I'm not gonna. Hopefully, in the evening it'll be free, and then I'll overtake it. Maybe not Saturday night, but definitely Sunday night again. We'll do it again. We did it was a Sunday, right? We did it on. I think it was a Sunday. Um, Mr. Bumblebot, I wonder if Hasbro execs are seeing that the twins are wanted characters and they should give them new life. I don't think it has anything to do with Hasbro execs. I think it's just trademarks, opportunities, slots that are available for studio series. All the conspiracy theories and rumors are incorrect when it comes to that. I talked with a very credible, uh, still with Hasbro designer, and he said it has nothing to do with what people think it is. It's all just opportunity and demand. T-Formers 2002, yeah, Proto. I remember the last year Toronto was a normal Saturday for me, and Cringe kind of kept you talking in your room. We had to leave by the time you did it. Like, okay, yeah, it's true. It was Sunday then. Because Saturday I did the room party. You're correct. You are correct. You are correct. Yeah, it's true because I wouldn't do it on a Saturday because it'll be a parts party. And I'm going to try to bring a lot more stuff that time. Last time I didn't bring a lot, but I'm going to bring a lot more this time. Totally forget that. Julius says JT Prime confirmed Smallfoot will have the G1 Gears head. Well, that sucks. Maybe they'll paint it nice though. Maybe they'll paint it nice. They'll give it like the little Smallfoot details in the face or something. Paint goes a long way. Where are we at here? Mikey and Louie, do you think we will ever actually get some more main GoBot figures like Crasher? Where's Leader One and Cycle? Dude, of course. I want Crash. Like we got Crasher, but I want Cycle. I want Leader One. I want Vanguard. Where's my Vanguard? Just take the crankcase or take the Brawn. Give me Vanguard. I want Vanguard. You could do a Brawn. Brawn, you could pull it off. Do a nice Vanguard mold of Brawn, put a new head sculpt on it. It won't happen, but I want Vanguard. He's my boy. Um Billy B says it's -8 Celsius. Not too bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. How are we doing right now? Let's see for Montreal right now. Because I heard it's snowing now. So right now, this is Celsius, keep in mind. So it's -11, feels like -19. So it might as well be -20 right now. So it's -20 Celsius in Montreal. Figure out what that is in Fahrenheit. It is effing cold. It is freezing. I literally, when I went shopping today, we park our car. You go into the store. You come back because the car is hot because you ran the heating, and then the condensation because you talk in the car when you're talking with your significant other. The condensation it goes on there. It then freezes, and then you have to clean the car all over again because it froze. Oh my god, it is so cold the past couple of days. I am not feeling it. No siree. So freezing. It's -11 over there, Ninja. Toronto's a little lower though, so you guys have it a little better. You're indented into the United States. I always like to say it's like you look at the Golden Horseshoe, as it's called, which is like on the Great Lakes. It's kind of like indented into the states. There's actually states and cities in the United States that are actually more north than some places in Toronto. Yeah, there you go. Aaron's in the same boat as me. He's in that -10 Celsius Ohio weather. Ugh. And you guys are a lot more spaced out, so it's a lot of windiness. Probably have a wind chill going on there too. Brutal. Brutal. Oh, you're in North Toronto. Cold stuff. That's even worse. Even worse. How much time? Oh god, we have only 7 minutes left. We got 7 minutes left. Okay. Got to use this time to get some more super chats in. And then, of course, again, thank you to the sponsors. Thank you again, Symbiote Studios, for being awesome as always. Thank you, Hasbro Pulse, for sending us cool stuff all the time and letting us be a part of the madness. And of course, go check out Aaron Archer and archermonster.com/shop. And of course, the Toy Armada podcast, if you want to hear this voice a little. Oh, of course, Trinidad. Trinidad's going to be oh so terrible. I would love to go to Jaws D always gets to go to Trinidad. I'd love to go to Trinidad. Trinidad has an amazing anime scene, I heard. I'm jealous of that enough. And the good food. Love to go to Trinidad one day. Prince of Alex 59, what's for dinner, Proto? So tonight, all we had tonight, we kept it simple. We just kept it really simple. We got just a big pizza. But this time we got a Costco pizza. We actually wanted to try it out. Man, Costco pizza, pepperoni, is oily as F. I don't recommend it. I know that it tastes good, but oh my god, is it unhealthy. Like I usually get like a Little Caesars or whatever. Oh my god, is it oily Costco pizza. But we got that, put some napkins on it, get rid of all that oil. So we got a Costco pizza. So that was pretty good though. It was tasty, but oh my goodness. And then tomorrow we're gonna make tacos. We actually got some taco kits. We're gonna do that. Look up the song. Look up the song on YouTube. I hope I don't get flagged for saying it. White people taco night. Although there's an Asian with the white people, but white people taco night. We get the tacos from the grocery store and the cheese from the grocery store. So we're having white people taco night. It's an actual song on YouTube. Look it up. So we're having that tomorrow. We got some lean meat, got some cheese, everything. Good stuff. Mike Unu says Costco all cheese is even more greasy. I can't believe that. That can't be true. That can't be true. Because it's the pepperoni that's all the fat and it's all, oh my god. Like it was eating through the box. Like we were like, oh my god, like we can't even put this in the fridge afterwards because we got like the huge 18-inch one. So we like destroyed half of it and we're like, we'll save the rest for later. My god. I should have, yeah, Little Caesars is where it's at, man. Little Caesars is where it's at. It's cheap. It's good. If you ever need like just food, man, Little Caesars is where it's at. Hey, Little Caesars, come on, sponsor me, man. Pizza, pizza. Speaking of cheese, trying to buy the keys to the cheese at my local Arby's, but they only received 7 keys. What is that, Michael? I don't know what you're talking about. We don't even have Arby's here in Montreal, so that'd be cool though. Oh, what does Ninjatron say here? I make great white guy tacos. Shredded chicken. Hey, yeah, that would be good. I never had it with shredded chicken. That'd probably be amazing. That'd be really good. That sounds really good. Alice Devil says Costco cheese pizza uses a lot more cheese. That's why there's more calories than the pepperoni. I can't even believe that's true. That's true. I was saying to myself, I was like, man, we should have just got the all cheese one and it wouldn't have killed us. My God. And I got a hot dog too, so I could get the free drink. Uh, at the end of the day, me and my girl, we looked at each other and we're like, we ate garbage today. We ate garbage. We felt really guilty. Really, really guilty. We had a good breakfast, blueberries, apples, nuts, nice clean breakfast, proteins, and everything was good. Then we had a nice lunch together. We had like, a mere chicken and salad and rice and everything. And then we have a early supper at Costco, and it's the most disgusting, greasy, eating through the box pizza in the planet. Absolutely crazy. Keyformers 2002. When's the next The Batman movie is out? Little Caesars needs to bring back the bat calzone. Hey man, I got the bat calzone. It actually wasn't too bad. Wasn't too bad. I kind of regret not keeping the box, but the box was all oily and shit. The box was cool too. Like it had like the Batman on the box and stuff. I would have kept that. That's cool stuff. Because Little Caesars, they did a promo with Ninja Turtles, the Nickelodeon Ninja Turtles. Remember the one that came out in the early 2010s, and they had that cool box. That was cool. Cringe McCringle, man, I need to go to Costco while my metabolism is up. Yeah, man, almost 41. Mind you, I'm still good. I'm still good. You know, still good. But I try to take it, to stay in good shape. But it's a battle. It's a battle. Got the enemy wishes that they stayed at home and still fighting with these ninja masters with moves like lightning. Damn, now I want pizza. I know. Well, you guys are killing me. You guys always love to talk about food when we're almost done going live, and it's like 10 o'clock at night here in the East Coast. And it's like, oh man, I'm definitely gonna go eat something upstairs afterwards. I'll find something. I bought these really good. It's like chicken breast, but it has like broccoli put in it, and it's all raw, and you have to like bake it. So I'm probably make something like that tonight. Also, I can't have pizza. I can't have more pizza today. I already had like 5 slices today. It's gonna kill me. 5 slices and a Costco hot dog and one of their sodas. I ruined my day. I ruined my day, and it also shows how crazy my diet is. Upset that we lost Costco's combo pizza. Oh, there was a combo before? I didn't know that because I know I always get the hot dog just because the free drink alone, it makes it worth it. You know, you might as well get the hot dog. Yeah. Uh, where are we at here? I'm sorry if I'm missing anything. Early 2000s Turtles is where it's at. Yeah, the 2K3 series. That's a really good one. That was based off of the Eastman stories. As Toby Maguire says, pizza time. What? As the Ninja Turtles say in um, Turtles in Time, pizza time. No matter what pizza you get, it'll all be frozen. Well, it depends. Some when you go to some really good pizza places, it's made fresh. You go to like a New York style pizza place, or like there's a term we use in Montreal. We call it a dirty slice, which is like there's a lot of dirty slice places in Montreal where they make it fresh and it's always good. I mean, obviously New York does it better, but Montreal we try to bootleg what New York does, and it's pretty good too. But nothing beats a New York dirty slice. That's the best. James Hopkins. So, how long are you going to pace around your house to burn off all those calories? I actually do. No joke, guys. Before I take a shower every day, I always do 100 Hindu squats. And then my legs turn into linguine before I go into the shower. Me and my wife, we always do it together. We always do 100 Hindu squats. She does a little more because she's crazy. She got the Chung Li legs, but you know, we always do that. 100 Hindu squats, and then should we do the side ab stuff here and there? Always do it. Dirty slice. That's a coincidence. That's what we call Little Caesars. Ah, no, Little Caesars is good. It's called a dirty slice because the places that would sell them, it's a term used in Montreal and New York, is because they're always independent places. So they're like always, like they always say, like the more grimy and dirty the restaurant is, like it's a dirty slice place. That's where the term comes from. It's like it's these independent pizza places, but they all make the same style of pizza. Those are the best. Where's the best pizza in Montreal? I have no clue. Downtown Montreal, Madonna's near, and only Montrealers will know. You go near Guy Concordia Metro near Concordia University. It's like the best pizza place. You go into the metro, into the subway, and it's Madonna Pizza in the basement there. That's probably the best dirty slice place. It's like $1.50 a slice, and it's like a nice wedge. And you get that with a cream soda. Montreal, and again, to be fair, they're copying New York style because and New York does it better, but that's like it's New York style pizza. That's what it is. It's the best. That's like the best pizza you could have. It's not the cheapest. Probably a whole pie will cost you like $30 in Montreal, but to get a slice. Oh, Micah is here. Ah, Micah, what's up, man? Micah says my favorite place is on Crescent Street, just north of Rennie Levesque. Which one's that, Micah? Crescent Street on Rennie Levesque. Where is that, Micah? Does it have a name? I'll look that up. Shit, Micah's here too. I didn't know you were here, Micah. Oh, everyone's here today. That's great. Everyone that was on the live stream. There you go. Yeah, I was saying nice things about you without even knowing you were here. That's when they know someone likes you. It's always about what they say when you're not around. JR Mina, but getting pizza craving. I know you guys are killing me. Oh God. I don't want to have pizza tonight. I had enough pizza. I can't have pizza. I have to have something healthy. I'm gonna have the broccoli when I go upstairs. It's too much. Oh my God. What time is it now? Oh, we're done anyways. We're over the 2 hour mark. We're done. We're done. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. It was a great 2 hours as always. Thank you for joining me for yet another beautiful live stream. Thank you for all the super chats that everyone provided, all the YouTube member questions that give the good stuff, and of course help support the podcast. Again, thank you for everything. Once again, if you want to support the podcast more, we have our YouTube membership. You can hit that join button, or like I always say, join the Patreon. Come join us on the Patreon to get access to the Discord there and everything. Different advantages. YouTube membership gets you the green names and the unlimited questions and access to different stuff. The Patreon gets you to the Discord and the different access for that, but not so much the questions and everything. All the good stuff. Thank you all for coming tonight. It was a great time, making me hungry. We always end up talking about toys at the beginning, and then we always end it with some delicious food in the end. We're out of here. Thank you all for coming. Thank you, Micah, for showing up in the clutch. Well, what did Micah says? Hey, Proto, it's owned by a Sri Lankan guy and his wife. Not sure the name, just a pizza. Well, that's why they're all dirty slice places, but they're the best ones. Ciao, everyone. Ciao, Proto. Thank you, Micah, for coming by and giving your 2 cents. I'm going to look into that. I'm going to on Crescent Rennie Levesque. Got to make a note of that. Where's my pen? Hold on a second. Crescent and Rene. Oh, no. Oh, damn, I'm touching the screen. Ah! Oh, no. What's going on there? No. Try to write down something and you almost screw up the live stream. Rene Levesque. There we go. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Love y'all. And enjoy the Robots in Disguise. Roll out.